Domestic violence is often cited as a top priority for lawmakers and public safety officials. But just how well is the system working to protect victims? Gina Mangieri is always investigating and tells us what she's found. Gina?
Joe, there's no lack of stated good intentions about protections for victims. But as we dug into the protective order process, we found flaws and that consequences for violations are lacking. Especially after some high-profile events and investigations involving domestic violence, no one from the Capitol to the courthouse, the police station to the prosecutor's office would ever say prevention is on the back burner. But victims say they feel it is.
He seemed like the perfect guy.
That's a woman who has sought numerous protective orders from an ex. We reviewed stacks of documents that showed extensive stalking, spying, hacking, incessant texts and calls. There's been vandalizing, break-ins. He'd choked and injured her. She'd fought back and faced trouble for that, too.
Every time he got arrested or he got in trouble, it escalated.
But now she's seen firsthand severe flaws with restraining orders, that key tool meant to put a barrier between a victim and their abuser. And we found she's not alone.
I stopped calling to report the incidents because the response I would get is, "Oh, he's still in love with you." Well, what did you do to him? They called it drama.
And despite a 25-page HPD protective order procedure, she shows how a detective tracked down an unserved TRO in an HPD fax inbox that wasn't logged, citing colleagues in action. That's a problem we'd found years ago when tracking why orders are not timely served or even, as often as 1 in 6, sit dormant entirely. HPD told us officers sometimes have difficulty serving an individual because of things like an old address, unknown location, an officer or the order itself not immediately available, or a call outside of hours on the court order.
Can't get it served, and the judge didn't put a warrant on his revocation for probation. That means he's free to roam anywhere. We can't find him, and they're not looking.
Another key branch in the protective order equation is the judiciary. Victims report problems there, too. A lack of information or resources at the starting point. The filing of the TROs at district or family court. This victim advocate from the prosecutor's office explains.
We've had a number of people report that they were either discouraged or incorrectly informed about whether they were eligible for a TRO. In some cases, people seem to think like they're being told that this isn't really going to help them, or left with concerns about whether or not it's going to be helpful.
Courts sometimes steer victims toward short orders when they could have been years longer.
They granted it only for the 6 months. And this is my fourth one, my fourth TRO.
It's very difficult for them, if not impossible, to get back into court to get it changed.
The judiciary told us in a statement that members of the public who have a hard time filing TROs should contact them so they can help address any concerns. They advise speaking to the court manager on duty, calling the judiciary complaints hotline, or even logging an online complaint at the judiciary website. They say ensuring safety and giving everyone a fair process are their primary concerns. And they offer filing help from dedicated protective order units to same-day order processing. Also on Oahu, court staff to assist, and on the neighbor islands, third-party contracted agencies to give a hand. Filing the order won't necessarily be the last time in court for the victims, though. They'll often find themselves back there to testify after a perpetrator is caught violating the order. But there, too, another systemic problem.
Penalties are not enough of a deterrent. Most of the people that we see convicted of violating a restraining order are not getting any very significant penalties.
From my experience, the officers are frustrated because when they do make the arrest, they get to court, the judge will let them out.
The reality is that people who are there in low-level misdemeanors, which is what I think a lot of times the restraining order violations are looked at, are going to be some of the first people that they're going to let go or show more leniency so they're not going to spend a long time, in jail.
What can you do with the judiciary to get over that speed bump?
Well, I think that we need to set up some type of ongoing task force or something that looks at these issues on a regular basis.
Years ago, a federal violence prevention grant facilitated that among courts, prosecutors, police, even the Attorney General and the military.
We need something like that to get everybody coordinated, just to make sure that everybody who needs protection is getting it, as well as trying to coordinate our efforts to make sure that these orders, once granted, are properly applied.
Victims hope that can happen soon.
It shouldn't be that way. That's why so many women, that's why the system has failed so many women. And they die. They pay with their lives.
We'll follow up on whether more grant money will be pursued to help facilitate the kinds of group meetings authorities used to have, and if anything else can be done without a budget. Gina Mangieri, KHON 2 News.